What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Something else that happened yesterday that we didn't really get into a whole lot in our recap of OTAs was Garrett Wilson speaking to the media and making it abundantly clear that he wants to be a New York Jet for life. So let's hear from him, Garrett Wilson's words on wanting to be a New York Jet for life.
How are you hopeful that you might get a new contract before the start of the season? Like, where do things?
I'm hopeful I'm a Jet for life, and that we get this thing rolling, and that we, all of our best days are ahead of us. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I'm gonna go do my part to make sure that, that it's inevitable, not inevitable. What's the word I'm looking for? Undeniable. When the time does come and those conversations are being had, I'm gonna try and do my part to make sure that it's undeniable and yeah, I'll say that, but we, yeah.
Get it done. That's why I'm rocking the number 5 jersey today in support of my guy, Garrett Wilson. This is also part of the reason why I never really understood the small, but albeit an existing portion of the fan base that either A, thought Garrett Wilson didn't want to be here, he was unhappy here, or B, that they should trade Garrett Wilson. I think I hated both of those narratives, honestly. And I think looking at how he has played his first 3 years in the league, how he has handled himself as a New York Jet off the field as well during that period makes me think that this is someone that you want to build around. Aaron Glenn spoke about him yesterday and wants him, very involved in this offense. They want to throw the ball to him. If you draft someone 10th overall and they give you 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, they should be rewarded for that because, honestly, wide receiver, as we know, a position that's not normally very kind to the New York Jets. You have to go back pretty far in their history to see long-term production. Sure, there's been one-off seasons, but the Jets don't have talents like Garrett Wilson very often. Pay him his money, let him be a New York Jet for life, and let him be a leader on this football team. And Rich Cimini also asked Garrett Wilson essentially, like, why are you here? And essentially referencing that guys who are looking for a new contract, they don't always show up. And I thought he gave a perfect answer.
You've been here every day for the whole offseason, these voluntary workouts. A lot of players, or some players who were eligible for a new contract wouldn't do that. They would just stay away, to make a statement or something. Why have you been here? Because obviously you're eligible for a new contract. Why have you chosen to be here?
Because I want to be a part of something special. I don't think that a whole bunch of individuals makes something special. As a group aspect. This is a group thing. I wanted to get in and know my teammates. I want to get into know my coaches even. It's a new staff. Learn the material that they're putting out and not be the guy that's behind when this thing was mandatory. Right? There's a way you go about business when you love what you do. And, stuff like that is not really an option. It's I get the opportunity to come out here and work and make myself better at the game I love. Let's take advantage of it. Let's get to spend time with people that, I've been spending time with, like Justin, Ruck. I've been spending time with those guys for 6-7 years now, and it's crazy to say, but when I'm not with them, it's like I miss them, So I don't really feel right when I'm not at work up here. So, that's the mindset of me.
Garrett Wilson is a leader on this football team. I think he deserves to be recognized as a captain, and I want Garrett Wilson to be a Jet for a very, very long time. So I truly believe and truly hope that Garrett Wilson gets a contract extension in the next few weeks before training camp begins in late July. That's my hope. I want Garrett Wilson to be extended before the season starts, and I think ideally before training camp starts. Garrett Wilson spoke about his new quarterback, who was also a former quarterback of his, Justin Fields. Garrett Wilson picking up where they left off at Ohio State.
When you heard it was possible you guys would be bringing Justin in, and then you did, what was that like?
Yeah, it all happened fast, honestly. I really didn't hear much leading up, and then all of a sudden it was done, man. So, just a big smile go on your face. It's someone that I'm familiar with, someone that I have a great relationship with. Someone that I love just watching him play. Like, just since I met Justin, it's been a pleasure to line up alongside of him. And then when I'm on the sideline, like, I just got to watch him. And I mean, his first play at Ohio State, like touching the ball, he went like 60, 70 yards running down the pipe of the defense for a touchdown. So, like, that's the type of stuff that sticks with me when with Justin. And so, you know, I didn't think we'd get this opportunity on this level. So it's exciting. I'm still taking it in all the way. It's cool. It's cool. We've been definitely, you know, picking up where we left off.
Look, Justin Fields was an awesome college football quarterback, and you know there's been some ups and downs through his first 4 years in the league. There's been flashes of brilliance, and there's been flashes of some major question marks. And you know, I'm rooting for Justin Fields. I think he's an easy kid to like and to root for. I truly don't know the answer if he is going to be the long-term starting quarterback for the New York Jets, but the Jets have put him in a situation that he really hasn't been in before, looking at Pittsburgh and looking at definitely in Chicago. The Jets have the best offensive line that he will play for. They have a young, innovative offensive coordinator. They have Garrett Wilson, who's likely the best receiver that Justin Fields has played with so far. You probably say the same thing about Breece Hall as the best running back that he's played with so far. So he has every opportunity to win this job. I hope he does, but let's see. Guys, Garrett Wilson wants to be a Jet for life. Let me know your thoughts on that down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new to the show, and I'll catch you next time.